So racism was there, and I had a chief told me that he was gonna make it so hard for me through Hell Week that I wasn't gonna make it. His wife walked over to me. She says, "We got lobster dinner. You make it." And we had lobster dinner.
Lobster, steak, and shrimp and all.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
Yeah. So I pissed him off.
Yeah.
I pissed him off, but hey, comes with the territory.
Hey, but I think just having that confidence in yourself propelled you through, right?
Yeah.
Through all the challenges, the things that you had to overcome, you were able to get to the end of the road. So that's just incredible upon yourself being able to do something like that, because you paved the way for a lot of other people.
Yeah.
Because, even during that time, right, when we talk about the military, a lot of times, most people don't know, like, the military was a very difficult position to be in for minorities. During that time frame, a lot of minorities only were able to be cooks.
Right. Cooks and stewards, cooks, stuff like that. For me to be in UDT SEAL,
That's top of the class.
it was
Cut
like,
above.
okay, whatever you want to do, Chuck. It opened the door. It made me realize that my complexion had nothing to do with what I was capable of doing. I never shot rifles until I got in the military, and then I became an expert rifle. Guy said, "You're from Harlem and you've never shot guns?" I said, "No, and I don't like them." And he says, "Well, you're gonna have to learn to like them."
Yeah.
Which I did. Which I did. So there were quite a few things I did in coming through training that I had no idea that I was capable of doing.
Yeah. I mean, it just pulled the best out of you, right?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, that's
It really
great.
did.
That's great. By being, it sounds like a lot of identifiable leaders were, in your journey of life, right?
Yeah.
Getting to the point of becoming a SEAL, right? Can you give me your philosophy or perspective on team building and leadership, just leadership, just in general?
Leadership.
Yeah.
I guess the easiest way to say it is every man in that platoon could do the same thing another man could do. We were all combat ready. We were all medically able to give blood, take blood, shots in the field, because most of the corpsmen didn't really go as far as we went. So we had to pull and take from one another.
Yeah.
So at any given time, if, say for instance, Jerry fell down, I would have to pick up for him.
Gotcha.
And lead. Whatever he was doing, I had to be able to do it as well.
Having that next man up mentality.
Right.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it was it was very interesting, still very hard, and training never stopped. Once you got through Bud's training, it just began.
Yeah.
And I always wanted to be a diver, and I went to second class diving school. My original diving was in Key West, Florida, which I fell in love with deep dives and stuff like that. And we also dove the best rebreathers. I swam from Rosie Roads to Puerto Rico. We swam from, I can't remember the name of the island, but we swam to Rosie Roads, and it was a 10-hour underwater swim with this tank on your back. So when I got out, all I could do was stand up straight. I couldn't bend over for a while.
I bet.
So I put my body through a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
Just over time, I mean, going through that training, rigorous training, that's tough. Just over time, just become getting wore down. We're all human here.
Right.
You're a little superhuman, but yeah, everyone's during that transition throughout the military goes through these rigorous trainings, regardless of what it is. And I think you hit a nail on the head when you spoke about not stopping training, not forgetting your training, and continuously moving forward to training, so much so that you would need to train the next man to bring them up.
Right.
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 And I think, when we talk about that in different various aspects, just in anything, but labeling in entrepreneurship, right? That's something that you always want to make sure that is there. Having the continuous training, the leadership training, making sure everything is understood. And I think that's incredible. I think it's incredible because most people, and I will tell you, it is very difficult to have that mentality, right? We talked about it before, just not continuously being a forever learner, right? Most people think they know it all once you get to a certain age. I got to a point where, I start understanding how much I don't know.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
And again, with your accolades, is just being able to learn from someone like you is incredible, because now it gives somewhere a pathway of understanding, hey, you can't stop. You can't stop learning.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
Learning is a situation that you need, and you have to always expect more, because I've only had 2 jobs in my life.
Oh, wow.
Only 2. And one is being a UDT SEAL, and the next one is air traffic controller. And I went from abusing me physically to messing with my mind. So I went from being wet and always cold, always on the go, to sitting in a building getting paid well. And that was a challenge too, because I was the only black in the tower. So, I've always gone where you tell me I can't go.